So one of the student asked to find the potential at the center of a circular loop, that is a ring. So let me do with that one. I am finding potential at the center of a uniformly charged ring. Of linear charge density lambda. So let's take that there is a ring. This is the vertical plane and this is the plane of radius r. So I want to find the field. Potential. I want to find the potential at two different points. One is exactly at the center of the ring, and the other time I want to find the potential at a distance x from the center of the ring on its axis. So these are the 2 points where I'm going to find out the field. First one is at the center. So whenever I wish to find the field at the potential at the center, this is the uniformly charged ring of linear charge density lambda, which means if I take any small elemental length dl, the charge on dl is, for unit length the charge is lambda, for a length of dl the charge possessed by that small amount of charge dq is lambda dl. dl is such a small element that with respect to center of O, dl seems to be a point charge. The element dl seems to be a point charge. Then potential at O due to dl. We know that potential due to a point charge is, I am writing dv because it is due to small elemental length dl. kq, here it is dq, by distance, that is the separation between O and dl, which is nothing but the radius of it. So dq is nothing but lambda dl. Then this is small amount of potential. If I wish to find out the potential due to the entire ring at its center, I need to integrate it throughout the length of it. So integral k lambda dl on r. So here k, linear charge density lambda, radius r, seems to be same for any small elemental length dl on the ring. So I am keeping them out of my integration. So integral dl being L, that is the total length of the ring. So total length of the ring into linear charge density of the ring will give us the total charge Q. So the potential at the center of a uniformly charged ring of linear charge density lambda is kq by r, where q is the total charge on it. Or else in terms of charge densities, if you wish to write k lambda, L means the circumference of it, the perimeter 2 pi r by r. So r get cancels, and k being 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we left with lambda by 2 epsilon naught. Now let's find out the other one. Again, see here the value of V equals to how much? The potential lambda by 2 epsilon naught. Now the second one, I want to find the potential at a point P, which is at a distance x from O, which is center of the ring of radius r, whose linear charge density is lambda. So again, if I take small elemental length on the ring that seems to be at a distance r, so again potential at P due to small elemental length dl is, dv is k dq by r. Here r is the separation from dl to P. Q is lambda dl. Then total potential is integral k lambda dl by r. So k lambda by r, r from at any point on the ring is equally separated from the point P, that is r itself. Integral lambda dl. Integral lambda dl this time is the circumference of the ring, which is 2 pi r, and this is small r. So we left with what? K means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, lambda 2 pi r by r. So 2 pi and 4 pi may 2 times, it will get cancelled. So we left with lambda r by 2 epsilon naught r. Small r it is. What is small r? From Pythagoras theorem, if you see, small r is square root of radius and the separation. So this is the expression in terms of lambda. Now if the ring has been given, if the charge on the ring has been given as q, then we can write the same as v is equals to k q by r, where r is r square plus x square whole power half. So these are the expressions for the potential at any point on the axis of a circular ring of charge q at a distance x from the center. If you want to find at the center, again you can substitute the value of x as 0. On substituting x as 0, if x is 0, potential at the center v0 is kq by r, the same expression what we got in the previous page. I'll show you that again. See this here, it is kq by r. Now based on this, one of my student asked a doubt here. If at all there are two rings of same radius r and having charges q1 and q2, in the question it is given as q1 is plus q, q2 is minus q, both are having same radius. Let me change this. They are placed at certain separation where their centers are separated at a distance r again. If you call the center of the first ring as A and the second ring as B, the question is find the work done to move a charge q dash from A to B. So we know that work done to move a charge between 2 points is the potential energy difference. That means charge whatever we are moving times the potential difference between the 2 points, the final potential VB minus the initial potential VA. So here what is VB, what is VA? VA is the potential at A, VB is the potential at B. So potential at A is potential at A due to the first ring plus potential at A due to the second ring. So with respect to the first ring, A is nothing but the center of it. So in the previous few minutes earlier itself we have seen that potential at the center of the ring is kq times its radius, and the same A seems to be a point on the axis of the second loop at a distance r. For that the potential is k, charge on the second ring is minus q by under root r square plus x square. Here r square and x is also r. It sums up to be how much? kq by r minus kq by r root 2. Minus kq by r root 2. So the total potential at A is this much. Now let me write potential at B. Again potential at B is potential at B due to the first ring plus potential at B due to second ring. With respect to the first ring, B is a point on the axis of first ring at a distance r. So the potential is kq by root 2r. I am not going further in detail because you can understand from the previous step it is kq by root 2r. And potential at B due to the second ring is nothing but the potential at the center of the second ring, which is plus k, charge on the ring is minus q by its radius r. Now if we substitute these VA and VB in the above expression for work done, Q dash times VB minus VA turns out to be Q dash of KQ by root 2R minus KQ by R minus VA. KQ by R minus of minus turns out to be plus KQ by root 2R. So this is equals to KQ Q dash by R is common in everything. So we left with root 2 minus 2. Root 2 minus 2. Because KQ by root 2R, KQ by root 2R is 2KQ by root 2R, which turns out to be root 2, and minus KQ by R minus KQ by R is minus 2KQ by R. I am taking KQ by R common there, so I left with 2. So this is the work done.